These folks are fired up. Battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
No gain on the
defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They go with Jacobs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
First down, Raiders.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
Lamar Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Broncos nothing. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, here's Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Barkley. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
This is Barkley. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Barkley, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Saquon Barkley His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. These two teams all tied after one. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lamar Miller. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Lamar Miller on the carry.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Carr. Past the 20. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
There on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, watch the screen. 6 check.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted by the
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 8 coming up. From the gun, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of 22.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, it's Jacobs, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Carr. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
4 yards.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 54. Mike's 50. 60 back, Ken. 60 back, Ken. Read alert, read alert. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. It's been a long day for you. Hurt, hurt.
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
In a 4th down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
51, 51. Drop deep, drop deep. 51, Mike 51. Yeah, 93. 51.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd and short. Carr going to throw. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 57 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check nickel.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
On the carry.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
The 34-yard line.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
On the carry.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, man, watch the booth, watch the booth. Mike 55, right there in the middle, 55. Hey, smash. Here we go, dude. Trap 60. Here I come again. Hustle.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Barkley a first down and more. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Saquon Barkley, 34 yards. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Right. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Carr now on first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
28, Josh.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Once again, it's Jacobs. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Jacobs. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14. First down, Las Vegas.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll go to Barkley again, and they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
30-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
The ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Saquon Barkley.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Sets up 4th down.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He was
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Miller. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'm